everyone, so let's continue the series. I didn't know that I could do so much thing at home. And let's see what we can do with coil. So coil is really something that I enjoy, and we do very little at the Armory because it takes time, but I guess now you have time, unfortunately. So to make coil, you can either start from a slab and just cut little lines. So you can take a ruler to make sure that they are straight, and here you have. Or you can just dig into your bag, take a piece, and then start rolling. To roll a coil, the easiest way is you start like that, and when you see that you did not go very round, because that's the way that our hands are, you switch it a bit and you continue. And you expand your fingers so the clay will know that it needs to go that way. As soon as you are flat a little bit again, you just turn it, switch it, and continue. So you can go big, or you can, so for the sake of your time, the example has been done, so it's a small one or a medium one. You can really go the way you want. And there comes the fun. To make a vessel, depending on if you want to go big or small, or very thin or not, you can take the two types of coil, the big one or the small one. I started one project with big coils, and here it is. So I'm going to show you how I work with, I attach my coil. It's very important to attach well the coil, because you do not want any crack, or you do not want at your first firing to see a crack in between coils. So what I do, so the first level I always attach with some slip. The rest is my usual method with vinegar. I will show you at the end of the video the way that, well, I could show you on this one, in fact, the way the vinegar is changing your clay. So I am going to come close to the camera, and with some luck you will be able to see. So here is my pot, and let's look here. I'm going to dab some vinegar onto it. I do not brush, I just dab. And you see how mushy it starts to be here. That is making your own slip from your clay. So I'm going to do the same thing all around. And I am going, so I did some coil. The advantage of coil nowadays, since you are all stuck, some of you have your own children and needs to homeschool, or grandkids or whatever, you can do coils in front of TV. You do not need to look at your coil when you are doing them. So you can prepare a bunch of them. So I cheated and I took some from the extruder, but it was just for you, right? So I'm just going to score my coil, just one area, place it on top. If you do not have just one big coil, you can cut as many times as you want. You are going to see that in fact the coil is expanding, so I do not finish totally. And I am going to press the top coil up to the second one, like that. So the level under, when I finish, you will see on this one. So you see how it's expanding. So I'm going to go all around, making sure that I bring the clay from the top coil down. And you see, I am attaching with an angle. Remember, when we attach slab and all of that, you need to have this angle. You can even score here. And I will do the same thing if my coil was too small. and I had to attach. So you see at the end, I have the top that is thinner than what I had. So I prepared a little example. Okay. So here's what, if I had to cut my pot, here's what I will have. So I have my first level that is the one below, and that I press to the coil under. So at the end, you have something that is triangular, like that. That is the part that I'm scoring, right? And then I am taking my new coil, and so you have a circle and a triangle. And when I am going to press the top one onto the second one, I am going to create a very strong, so in this case I didn't put vinegar in between. But you see that it's still very strong. You have almost no, so I'm going to cut that in between. So now I have that. If I cut it, you see that I have only a solid form. You do not see my coil. And that's what is making this very strong. You can, after, you have different choices for the look. Either you keep it like that, where you can see all my fingers. You can also take a rib or a wooden tool and make everything look like if it was a slab. I'm going to come close to the camera. So in this case, I took all the lines of the coil away. Or I can also use a spatula. This one is a rice spatula, so for those who have rice cooker, you should have that in your drawer. And I can make all my line also disappear. If you use a spatula, you can also, by having a motion to put your clay up, indicate to your clay that you want the clay thinner and going up. So you are going to just, I'm going to do that just on one part so you can see. And if you look, you see that in very few minutes, I increase the height of my pot. And so you can have that really strong and thin. So that is for the big coil. You can do that with small coil, but with the small coil, I have another approach. So I started with a shape, it's not dry, but a shape of a C. And I decided that I wanted something more organic. It's, for example, for a sculpture. And in this case, I put the two first layer, but you see, I want to keep my coil and see them, because I like that. So I'm going to score the same way that we do on the big coils. I'm going to score, dab my vinegar. It's white vinegar, but I'm sure that you can even do that with an organic balsamic vinegar, whatever acid you have. Maybe could even do that with lemon, I guess. It's the acidity that will work. And so I have my small coils here prepared. So same thing, I'm scoring them. So be careful, if you want to see your coil, you do not want to score too much, so it will stay nice. So you can just go all around. And so let's say that now, because let's imagine that I want to do a vase. And well, obviously this one has a hole, but I could make a vase, and I want to change again the shape. So I'm going to put some clay in the middle where I want to go and support my clay. It's very important either to put some paper, something that will accept your clay to shrink. So I'm going to cut that here in an angle. Attach that. I will show you from the top. The advantage of putting some clay is that you can put it exactly the way you want. And I'm going to attach another part here. I hope that you can pass forward if you are bored with me doing it. It's not going to be very long, but okay. So now I am going to make sure that my two coils are well attached by just pressing them together. So when I arrive to the part that are supported, so that did not have a coil under, my technique is going to be to put my finger under and to press wherever I am. Okay, so here I am from the top. I have this part that I create, and so you can imagine that this one can go that way because it can be totally separated here, and I can make plenty of other direction, and then it will be, the water can go everywhere. Well, in this case I will have a problem here, but you can just make different shape and attach them. So I hope that when we will all go back, I will see in the kiln some foil project. I will make another video on how to use coils to decorate. But let's work right now on those shapes, have fun, and continue playing around. Have a great day. Bye-bye.